Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to do an introduction on pages 174, 175, and 176 in your Grammar Composition 2 work text. So, let's just get started. Go right into page 174 there in your book. And we are going to start by talking about prepositional phrases as adjectives. It says a phrase is a group of words that is used as one part of speech. A phrase does not contain a subject and a verb. Okay, we know that from our discussions about clauses have to contain subjects and a verb. So these are any group of words that are used as a unit. Sophia is the girl with the curly hair. With the curly hair is describing girl. So all of that together is a phrase, a prepositional phrase, that's used as an adjective to describe girl. A prepositional phrase consists of a preposition, its noun or pronoun object, and any modifiers of the object. Looking back at this one, that is your preposition, with the word with. Hair is the noun, which we call that the object of the preposition. And then the and curly are describing hair. In this example, the man with the sports car is Mr. Goldberg. With the sports car, it's a prepositional phrase. There's your preposition. There's the object of the preposition. These two words are adjectives describing car. That whole phrase together is an adjective describing man. Which man? The man with the sports car. The next one, the tree with the large pine cones, exactly the same. With is the preposition. Pine cones is the object of the preposition. The large are two words describing pine cones, but the whole phrase is used as a single adjective describing tree. Okay, the object of the preposition may be compound. So you could say, let's look at this example. The wedding dress of chiffon and lace. Chiffon is one of the objects of that prepositional phrase. Lace is the other, and is a conjunction that joins the two. Of is the preposition. And all of that in the phrase is an adjective describing dress. The prepositional phrase that modifies a noun or pronoun is called an adjective phrase. The adjective phrase answers the question, what kind, which one, how many, how much, and whose. The yellow house with the white shutters, that's a phrase used as a single adjective to describe house. Which house? The house with the white shutters. Let's do the first one together. Draw a box around each adjective phrase and draw an arrow to the noun or pronoun that the phrase modifies. The deep blue lake in the valley was beautiful. We're supposed to draw a box around the adjective phrase. So we've got in the valley. So, and then draw an arrow to the noun it modifies. Which lake? The lake that's in the valley. Like that. Okay? Now, the, deep, blue are all single adjectives describing lake. In the valley is describing lake. Was is the verb. Beautiful is the predicate adjective. Let's look at the next exercise. Write two original sentences using the words given in prepositional phrases used as adjectives. Okay, well, beside and with, these are two prepositions. All right, so you're going to write different sentences, but I'm going to go ahead and help you with both. So now remember that those prepositional phrases have to be used as adjectives for this to be correct. The man beside the president, actually, sorry, we're not using it as a name there, is my uncle. Okay, so beside the president is your prepositional phrase. Which man? The man beside the president. And then The girl with pearl earring is unknown. Oops. I've capitalized pearl and earring because that is the title of a book and a movie. But that's the phrase that came to mind. So with the pearl earring would be the prepositional phrase describing the girl. Which girl? The girl with the pearl earring. Okay, let's look at the next page. A participle is a verbal used as an adjective. All right, well, we know that because participles are participles is a type of verbal that's always an adjective. Much of the time it ends in ing, but it's not a gerund. Gerunds always end in ing, but gerunds are nouns. So this participle is an adjective. If you see a verb form and it's being used as an adjective, it's going to be a participle unless it starts with the word to, and then it'll be an infinitive. Participial phrase consists of a participle together with its modifiers or complements. The modifiers may be single adverbs or prepositional phrases used as adverbs. Laying her egg is describing hen. Which hen? The one that's laying her egg. Then we've got crackling loudly, the hen laid her egg. The hen is crackling loudly. Crackling in the morning, the hen laid her egg. The hen is cackling, not crackling. What am I saying? Cackling in the morning. Crackling is what your Rice Krispies do, but cackling in the morning. Okay. The infinitive is the verbal that may be used. An infinitive is a verbal that also may be used as an adjective. The infinitive phrase consists of the infinitive together with its modifiers or complements. And remember, an infinitive, it's to plus the verbal or the verb form makes it an infinitive. To run, to walk, to eat, to live, to love. Those are all infinitives. The modifiers may be single adverbs or prepositional phrases used as adverbs. I have a project to complete this weekend. To complete this weekend is an infinitive phrase used to describe project. Which project? The one I've got to complete this weekend, right? To catch in the afternoon. Which plane? The one I've got to catch this afternoon. Which plan? The plan I have to write this research paper soon. Underline each participial phrase, circle each infinitive phrase, and draw an arrow from the phrase to the noun or the pronoun that the phrase modifies. This should be pretty easy for us. Sleeping peacefully is a participial phrase because it doesn't start with the word to. We're going to underline it. The baby snuggled in her grandmother's arms. In her grandmother's arms is a prepositional phrase, but we're not doing those right now. And that's actually used as an adverb in this case anyway, so it wouldn't apply. All right, so now we've got to draw a line to the word that it modifies. Sleeping peacefully is going to be just drawn to baby. That's how you do that one. And then exercise B, write one original sentence containing a participial phrase and one original sentence containing infinitive phrase. And both of them have to be used as adjectives. So my two are going to be, let's see, my participial phrase, let's let that one, what participle should I use? Oh, drinking the bathwater. The boy drinking the bathwater has problems. Okay, so drinking the bathwater is describing which boy? Drink is something that you typically do. That's a verb form, but in this case, it's used in a phrase that's describing the boy. And then we've got, let's see. My desire to sing in the musical is great. And I want to so bad, I'm going to put an exclamation point there. Okay. To sing in the musical is describing which desire? The desire to sing in the musical. So it's describing desire. Okay. Now you do something like that. Now we're going to diagram. Diagramming phrases that are used as adjectives. Study carefully how the lines are drawn and how the words are placed in the phrases. An adjective prepositional phrase. The cat with black fur hissed. The cat with black fur, that's a prepositional phrase, and it's used as an adjective to describe cat, hissed. So you just put the prepositional phrase under the word that it modifies. Here's an adjective prepositional phrase with a compound object. So it's exactly the same except that it has two objects of preposition, with black fur and white paws. A participial phrase is similarly done, except participles are drawn on the bent line. You see how, here's the difference, and I want you to notice, a prepositional phrase has this little tagline, and the participial phrase clearly doesn't. So don't make a mistake when you're drawing your lines, okay? A plan to complete the project must be devised. A plan to complete the project must be devised. This is an infinitive phrase, and it's just like, see that, just like a prepositional phrase, but it's an infinitive phrase. And once you whether it's participial or the infinitive, once you get either the participle or the infinitive here, then you treat your verb form like a verb and you diagram the rest of the phrase as if it were the verb. So for example, showing Megan the toy, the child smiled. Well, showing Megan the toy is our participial phrase. This whole thing is an adjective describing child. Describing child. But once you get showing written on its line as the participle, then you think, okay, well, if showing is a verb, then toy would be a direct object. So it goes after the vertical line. It would be an action verb. And then the is describing toy. Megan is an indirect object that would be put under the verb. See how that works? With infinitive phrase, you've got your infinitive here, and then you treat the rest of the phrase as if the infinitive is the verb. So to complete is an infinitive. You get it on its line, but then you say, okay, well, if complete is my verb, it's an action verb. So then that means project is my direct object. The describes project. So let's do one together. The books inside the box are musty. Well, inside the box, I'm going to put the prepositional phrase in a box. So you see that's the prepositional phrase. The books is the subject, are is the verb, musty is the predicate adjective. So we're going to draw our straight line. This is number one. Books is the subject. I'll go ahead and put my the under books. Draw my vertical line that goes through the horizontal line to separate the subject from the verb. And then put my verb here, it's are. And then musty is a predicate adjective. So I'm going to put that on my line after the slanted line that points back to the subject. And then now we've got to do our prepositional phrase, and it goes under books because that's what it's describing. Inside the box. Okay? So you do numbers 2 through 12. on a separate sheet of paper. And then when you finish doing those, go into your homework quiz and use those words, that completed assignment to answer the 20 questions on your homework quiz. And then you don't have to turn in the images. Please don't do that. In fact, just go in and take that homework quiz and send it in, and you'll get a grade for it. And thank you so much. We'll talk to you next time. Love you guys.